We're going down.
Going down.
Somebody
What is
had
that
some
smell?
Cologne. We're getting our money's worth.
We're at the Holiday Inn Expressions. I still got the flu. How about you?
I'm okay. I'm better.
That's ice and vending. Oh my goodness. Did you push the baton? Look. No smoking. The Mary here. All right, we're headed down. So now we're out. She's busting a jam over there.
What smells so good?
This is food.
Oh, it's taco night.
We can eat this?
Yes, it's all free.
It's free?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll get this. Take this to our room. Is it real brass? We could put it in our... We got to go find everyone else. They're here. This place is pretty cool. If you want to stay at Holiday Inn Expressions, we're heading out now. Where?
See that tall sign?
Oh yeah. Hang on just a second. We're going to, this is Nashville in the rain. Just in case you've never been here in the rain, when it's 38 degrees, it's hard to be beat. Here we are. I just thought we'd look out the window. Do you see a spelling error on that building? It's like that glass bottle that turned to plastic. Freaked a lot of people out. Let's go outside. It's about 27 degrees. That's not Big Ben. It's still early. I need food. And food doesn't start being shared with others for another 2 hours. So when you need the food, you go for the food. So we're gonna get out, if I can, and go partake of the food. We're in a tight spot. One way to Broadway. You might not be able to see anything out here. If not, we'll just shut it down? I don't know. I got headlights, huh? They're on the head of the wagon. You know what I need to do is figure out where getting that off there so it's not making that goofy clicking sound. Huh? We need to figure out where we can get food. Let's do that. It is cold. I'm gonna find out where food is. I'll check out my phone. Okay. 0.4 miles on Broadway. Oh, I just pushed the wrong button because then you don't know. It said it's open 24 hours. I'm just not sure if that's 24 hours in a row. I guess it could be, huh? Let's go. Okay, start talking. That's not it. You gotta talk. Doggone it. Hang on, we're going in a second. Forget that. Let's go. I don't know which way to go. I think it's just straight. No, it doesn't say straight. I went the wrong way. For some reason, my phone is not talking to me.
In 200 feet, turn left onto 9th Avenue North.
A little too late there, telephone. Turn left.
Take the next right onto Broadway.
Let's go right on Broadway.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Man, I could have walked there quicker. I mean, lady, I'm a little tired. I've had it ain't the flu. I've had a little cold. It's been pretty rough for a few days. But it's not a big deal. That's weird how quiet it is when it's quiet. When nothing's making a sound, it's quiet. She said my destination. This is down here somewhere. Oh, I see it. I don't need my little fancy talking device. I'm gonna go to the I'm trying to figure out where to get in here. The APM later, American Pickers Museum and all that, or store, not museum. Okay, let me get through this. Okay, you know what this sound is? That is the sound of bacon in a cup. It's a new drink they have. That's called bacon. You ready to go? I have been I felt so sick that I have not eaten. Let me watch for traffic. You can't be running your mouth driving around. Since the last time I ate. I know that seems crazy, but it's true. We're getting a little foggy too. So we're gonna turn on some anti-glass fogulations. Now this is Broadway. Our base camp's right there on the left. Holiday Inn Express. I know if you read it, it says XRS. That's because the P and the E batteries ran out in that sign. If you drive anything bigger than a go-kart, don't park in the bottom whole garage of that place. Let me make sure I'm in the right-hand lane. You would not believe, actually, I did a video where I drove to Mississippi. I think when I bought that engine, I was still a little sick. I think about stopping at the Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of Tennessee, but they don't look open. I was driving before sunrise and had the camera going like this. I guess what's amazing to me is I'm getting used to the rude comments and the mean ones and the cussing to where they're like kind of funny. I'll go back and you can pull their ISP and figure out what town they're from, depending on who you know in certain departments. You can figure out where a person is sitting when they write the comment. So if you can figure out that, you know you can find any photo of them online. So I've started compiling this list of everybody who writes like really mean stuff or like cuss words or something like that. I got a little cold too. And I think it might be, I don't know. Okay, this is Broadway. This is where I suppose the magic happens. I'm gonna pull over right here for a second and let you look around, just in case it's not focusing. So anyway, I've got this list of like a video series of the comment and the person's photograph. And generally you can look at the photograph, or like if they have something online, like their favorite videos or something like that, and you can tell, oh yeah, this guy's missing this in life. Oh, this guy missed this step. Oh yeah, this guy, I can see why he'd say, you know. So I may share that with you someday. I just had a drink of my bacon cola. We're gonna drive slow down the side of the road. It is low 30s, feels like 20s. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was telling a story about something else, and I got on a little kick, a little soapbox, a little Sinatra. What's it called? That sign over there says park here. I'm getting hot in here now. It's getting kind of hectic. So $20-something degrees. See, like that guy standing back there in the corner talking to himself and punching the air? That kind of stuff bothers me because he was somebody's kid. If you look to the right back there, there was a guy down in that alley doing the same thing. That ain't it. So I'm going down the road, heading to Mississippi. Going to California, gonna make a new start. Anyway, so I've crossed the state line, I think. And the way I go, there's nobody there. It's just me. And people look at me once saying, why are you going to Mississippi, dude? And I'm in the left hand. It's a 6-lane highway or a 4-lane. I don't remember. These are the world's longest red lights for me to be the only person awake, besides the guys over to my right cleaning up. They're emptying the dumpster. See, listen. Okay, so I'm the only one on the road heading to Mississippi. Going to Mississippi, going to make a new start. And somebody left a comment and said, oh, you're one of those guys who ride in the left lane. And then somebody else left that comment, and then somebody else. So I figured out who they were, and I politely responded, well, if you look in the video and watch me driving down the road, yeah, I'm in the left-hand lane. I'm in any lane I want to drive in because there's not a soul there. But as it gets more daylight and daylight, if you continue on in the video, you'll see that I'm in the right-hand lane. And when I was younger, I used to tell myself, if you live to be an old man, don't be a jerk. Don't think you got to go around and correct everybody that's younger than you, because you know who wants to hear your opinion about things? Somebody that asks. So if somebody doesn't ask, I tell myself, shut your face. You're not impressive. When I want to know something, and I'm not a young man anymore. I know a lot of y'all think I am. I think I'm a lot older than y'all think I am. If I want to hear someone's opinion, I ask. But as a man gets older, and probably a lady too, let's see, what's the opposite of man? Woman, female, lady. You got to get it right. Because somebody will not like the way I just said that. I'm turning right. Yes, my blinker's on just because you can't hear it. When you want to know what someone thinks, you ask. Hey, there's a Hyatt place. But I'm just riding around. These are things I ponder as I'm alone cruising up down the road, pondering. We can go another 163 miles before we run out of gasoline. There was actually something pretty important I wanted to tell you, but I forgot. Right now I've got this camera pointed away. It's so I can take, you know what this is? That's a piece of tissue. I told my bride, I said, you know, I don't think since I've had this cold, I've never blown my nose in my life. I never had to. I never knew what it felt like to put a piece of paper on your face and blow through the holes real hard. It's a pretty intense feeling. It tickles so bad, I sneeze every time I do it. And then I tear up the paper and I have to start all over again. There's a big difference to me in someone older telling their opinions when it's a male or a female, in my opinion. Hang on a second. And I don't know if it's a male pride thing. I'm wrong. If I could edit videos, I'd go back and take those few words out. But right now, what you can do is just take those words and enjoy them and come up with some pretty cool comments, because I can't erase them. So I'm wrong. I guess the bottom line is, if you want to hear someone's opinion or someone's views on things, and you value them, you know, and you know them, and you whatever, even if you don't know them, sometimes you want people's opinion. You'll ask. And I may end up deleting this video anyway, because I'm not going to go back and listen to every word I said and write a song about I'm sorry for all the things I've done. From the second day I was born, it seemed I had a loaded gun, and then I shot. That's my cold voice. In a minute, we'll head back to where I want to go. I'm wondering how well you can see. I don't know. I hear a jam outside. It is Nashville. As we left the St. Clair, Jefferson County, all those lines, and headed north, we ran through Play Me Some Mountain Music Land up in Fort Payne, Alabama. There's some neat places up there. Actually, y'all know me as much as I enjoy talking to people and hearing people and talking to y'all. I'll listen to almost everybody's opinion. If you could see the amount of emails I get with people giving me their opinions and sharing things with me, I absolutely love it. Ask my brother. Put it in the comments. What's this place called? National Sporting Goods. My son, my next to the oldest son, wants to go to a famous guitar shop. I've got to find one. I Googled it. You know, when I was in college, I was doing an environmental class. My master's degree's in environmental science. I'm not bragging, because I don't do anything with it at all, except go get in creeks and figure out the science of how to get in and get out without falling down a bank. Other than that, press 9 to continue. I forgot the whole story. This is like I gotta back up. It's pretty awesome, huh? Look at the buildings and stuff. Oh, I get it. I'm back. When I was in college, those are pretty blue things on the left, huh? Fifth Third Bank. That place is called the Fifth Third Bank. Fifth Third Bank. Fifth. That's like the First and Second Congregational Holiness Baptist Church of Southern East Alabama. When I came home from the Navy, I thought I want to find a church that's just kind of non-denominational. Man, we start talking about church stuff. You talking about some fun comments. It'll make a brother crank his wagon and drive down to Printer's Alley for a sip or two. I wonder if I can drive down Printer's Alley. So I'm sitting in college class, environmental class, and the teacher's talking about pigs. And the teacher says something about a piggery. And everybody laughs. And one guy that I was kind of friends with, he said, no, a piggery is a real thing. I said, okay, yeah. Well, we had hogs when I was growing up. Not many. I think anywhere from 30 to 50. But you don't ever really know. Because they can get out easily. Ours did. Well, they were way out in the woods, and we had fences in the woods and stuff. But I was sitting in class in college. It was an environmental class. And the teacher said something about a piggery. And everybody laughed. You think I hit rewind, don't you? Nope. A lot of people say, "Ooh, I almost made a right turn." Then I noticed to the right of those two red dots at the top of the screen, there's an arrow with a Ghostbusters line through it, which means you can't go there. Listen to this noise. That's a lot of indications of whether you can walk or not. There's blue lights blinking everywhere in all these little corners. I see 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna finish this story in a minute. I gotta pay attention where I'm driving. So I'm sitting in college in class, environmental class. And the teacher says something about a piggery. And everybody chuckles and giggles. But he's being serious. This is, I don't know if it's the Riverwalk area. We came down here and magnet fished. I don't know if people magnet fish down here or if it's even allowed. But as it wasn't like I was sneaking around. Here is a log cabin on my left that I've never seen before. Holy smokes, I want to go see that. The only problem, I've never seen that. I gotta get some heat in this wagon. How about to get cold? That may mean don't park here. There's a lot of cleanup goes on around here. Those guys are putting each other to the test. Down there, he doesn't know how to just go around them and let the local people do their work. Just go around them, dude. They're cleaning up. You know how to do that? Yeah, get over in this lane. Look, everybody, left-hand driver. He pulled right in front of that truck and just sat there and looked at it like, what are you doing on the wrong side of the road? They're cleaning up this beautiful city. This place is Spic-and-span Nashville. Is absolutely spick and span the following morning. Now I think they do their best to keep up when all the outsiders come in. Like the guy in front of us, he's from Iowa. You know who else is from Iowa? Some of those American picker dudes. That's probably them. We're going to see them later. So I want to go to that log cabin back there that's on the water. I didn't see that last time I came, and I don't know how I missed it. There you go, dude. Yeah. Think through what you're doing. Oh, he spun his tires. But didn't get anywhere. You know what? I know why. It's a power stroke. Now we're going to turn. We're going to go back up Broadway. All these white trucks are public works, and they're all out cleaning up. It's pretty awesome. I'm telling you, and in front of every one of these buildings, you can't see to the right or the left because the camera's in a fixed position. So I'm sitting in class in college, an environmental class, and the teacher says something about a piggery. And everybody laughs, chuckles. You'll have to back the video up to figure out. You know what I'm looking for on this wagon is a the flashers. Oh, there they are. Unless they're too loud. Is that too loud? Why don't you get the full feel? It's gonna be disappointing if I go back and scroll through this and you can't see anyway. So I'm sitting in college in class, in environmental class, and the teacher says something about a piggery. Everybody laughs, all the kids laugh and chuckle. And that building right there on the left said it was built in 1832. It says at the very top, drugs. The last time I tried twisting this camera when it was mounted to my dash, I broke it off my dash, so I'm gonna do it again. I started to do it. I broke the whole thing off. I'm gonna skip the intro. And that kid said, one of the guys is a buddy of mine, he said, yeah, there's such thing as a piggery. And we talked about pigs for a few minutes. And the guy said, just Google it. Everybody in class laughed. They laughed more about that than the piggery were. Even the college professor dude, he said, Google it. What is that? He said it's an internet search engine. I said something about Google a while back because I don't remember why I brought up Google, but then that reminded me of that story about I was sitting in class, an environmental class. Yeah, this is where we're gonna come later when everyone wakes up. Down on Broadway. Let me turn off these blinker things. Let's just go cruise around. Now y'all came here before in the summer with us, but it's just, this time it's just me and my bride and my next to the oldest son. He doesn't like so much being on camera. Not because he's too cool or he's young and he's too cool, but just because he, you know, like daddy, I want to do that, daddy. So, she's out walking the dog. She could probably tell that dog, sick him on the chicken. Look at that. On the left, you probably can't see it. I'll try to turn left so you can see it. But Disturbed is going to be right here. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. That is, I know y'all know that song. What is that song called? The Sound of Silence. That is the Bridgestone Arena. I gotta straighten this wagon out. And Disturbed is gonna be there tomorrow night. Today, February the 16th, is the Rune's birthday. It's amazing. Y'all celebrated his graduation. Sound it out. His graduation from high school with massive amounts of cards and letters and wishing him well off into college, and he's doing fine. He is a absolute fine young man. I'm so proud of him. And now his younger brother is on the last leg of his grade school journey. He will graduate in May. Can you believe that? I have another one that's going to graduate. Now that still leaves a bunch more that are running around the base camp. So, in any of the Nashville videos, oh my goodness, this cold is whipping me. Hey, there's our spot, Holiday Inn Express. Y'all want to keep going? I'm going to keep going a little bit. Yeah, he graduates in May. And he told me, he said, Daddy, don't tell everybody I graduated. He said, it's embarrassing. But he's a superstar athlete in my mind. And a lot of people's. He does great. He's outgoing. Unlike me, I was more conservative, more concerned. What's all the words I'm searching for? I mean, it was just me and my RC, and that was about it. And I said, I'm not going to tell him, son. He graduates in May. Send him a card if you want to. I'll go and tell you his name, don't matter. He goes by Gabe. G-A-B-E. He's taller than me, he's faster than me, he works out in the gym all the time. He thinks I'm a millionaire, but I remind him often that, son, you're not getting a brand new Jeep with 4 doors and all that. You're gonna get what we can afford. He's a good kid. He don't fuss at me. But he's doing well. He's not wrapped up with, you know, a deep emotional relationship with anybody in high school. You know how in high school maybe you get into a relationship, you feel like you're married in high school, then you lay claim to someone. I told my boys, I said, never feel like if you ever like a girl a whole lot and she likes you a whole lot, you don't own her. You don't own me. That's a song, isn't it? There's like multiple songs. Speaking of that, I saw a sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign, a billboard here that said real men. Oh my goodness, I'm about to sneeze. And if I do, you'll be wishing I had windshield wipers inside. The sign said real women, I know it did. It said real men respect women. On the flip side, I thought it was going to say real women don't need men's respect. You know, just because of the modern movement, everybody's equal and all that. That's my own thought. So I told them, I said, you don't own anybody. I says, and let me tell you this, I told my daughters, I said, nobody owns you. I said, so if it ever turns into something like that. But they've all done great. None of them have got wrapped up into these deep emotional relationships. This is kind of a boring part of town. We need to go find some more lights, don't we? But anyway, Gabe's about to graduate in May. But if you do send a card or something, don't tell him I told you. Oh, I know what you're going to do. You're going to write a card that's going to say, hey, your dad was doing this video. He made us ride around with him because he ran his mouth. And he told us you're graduating. But I've told him, I said, send a graduation request to everyone. My bride did that when she graduated high school. She sent one to the president, to the mayors, to the governor's office, everybody. And they write back sometimes. They send you a little card. It's just cool. I mean, they don't send money and all that kind of stuff, but actually, I think the mayor of the town sent her a gift card. It wasn't to Starbucks. Because I don't think there was a Starbucks back then. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I need some more lights. I'm about to sneeze. I'm gonna pause this. Vanderbilt, as soon as possible shot, patients only. 30-minute limit. I tell you what, I wish the doctor's offices I went to said 30-minute limit only. That would mean you would have to be in and out within 30 minutes. God, my window looked dirty just then, didn't it? I want to go back. I want to show you the cabin down here. I want to go see the cabin. I would have got out and walked around it. Even though the more I drive, it seems the colder I get. You know, when you're sitting at a deer stand in the morning, the absolute coldest time is right when the sun starts to peek through. You get out there and you've walked to your stand and you're kind of warm because you had to walk to it, but it's cold. And then you get in your stand and you start cooling off. And then the sun starts to peek out. And then it gets cold. But I was gonna go, I want to get out and show you this cabin thing that's on the water. If I can find a spot to park for a minute, I might do it. But there's a lot of people that were sleeping around it. See if we can find it again. think you just go northeast and then turn around and go back southeast, or the opposite. We're headed northeast right now. I don't know if you can see it. Did you see that crane that was way up in the sky to the left? It's like a stick right now is all you can see. There's not enough money on earth that could be put into my hands or my base camp to make me get up in that crane. I think we're on the 8th floor of the motel Holiday Inn.
Say what?
And it's kind of high. I think I'm gonna sneeze again. There's a lot that goes into a sneeze. They're actually semi-painful, yet enjoyable. You know, like the most satisfying videos. You ever seen those? They ought to have someone just sneezing, because you know it feels good to sneeze, especially when no one's around and you can just enjoy it. It's like every drop of air in your body comes out at once. But then sometimes there's a little cleanup required afterwards. So you want to be mindful of that if you're in public. Speaking of that, I think there were 60-something kids in the school where my kids go that were out with the flu over the past couple weeks. There was another school that was shut down due to the flu. That's DT squared F. Due to the flu, I think. Due to the D to T D. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's cranes everywhere. Go ahead, dude. You're up. There's a restaurant to my left called White Castle. I've never been in one of those in my life. I had a buddy that was in college in Birmingham, and there was a restaurant up around the south side where I met a fan dancer down the south side in Birmingham. And you could get a cheeseburger for a quarter. It wasn't that long ago where cheeseburgers everywhere were a quarter. I don't remember that. It was just their special. And he would go down there when he was hungry and with $2 and a little bit of change for tax, and get him 8 burgers, and he would eat them. I can't see where we are again. We've been here. Holiday Inn XRS on the left, and then the Frist Art Museum on the right. So we're gonna go back down here. I want to see if we can see the sorry, I'm a human being. I want to show you this log cabin. I'll go slower. Is it quiet? Okay, we're headed back down Broadway. You know, a lot of the cars I'm passing with flashing lights in them and all that, they're all, I believe, public work people, even personal vehicles and cars. Because everybody's got on a yellow vest. Yeah, I'll bring my son down here later. Yeah, but like I was saying about him and graduating, I'm not asking you to send stuff. I think it'd be cool. Send him a card. You could just email. Just send me an email. Just and I'll make him read it. Oh, that guy's still over there. Sad. Let's keep going. Next red light. It's gotten a little colder. There's Cotton Eye Joe's right there on the left. But, you know, if it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. I think you can take your kids into all these places during the daytime. I believe the place we went last night was oh my goodness, something about horses. Something horse saloon. But there were no horses in there. I didn't see a picture of a horse. But I did get to looking at the little ink blot they put on my wrist or on my hand. And I think it was a horse. It was representative of a horse. But I didn't realize the ink had dried, and my Brad said, you got a little bit of red ink all over your nose. Because I did that wiping my nose thing on my hand just kind of briefly. And I smeared the red ink all over my nose. So it made me look like I had even a worse cold than I did. A bloody cold. But I went into cleanup mode and everything really worked out. Every time I come here, I usually buy a new Nashville hat. I don't think I am this time because I've got enough Nashville hats. This is where I magnet fished. And down here on the right is the log cabin. The Nissan Stadium to the right is where Guns N' Roses performed. I was moving over letting that trash truck go. That's not a trash truck. That is a concrete truck. I don't know how I missed this last time. Look at that. That's neat, isn't it? We'll come back and look at that during the daytime. Yeah, there's several. I gotta read it. Fort Nashboro Historic Center. Okay. I think we're done. I'm gonna head back to the spot. I got up, took a shower just to wake up. But I sneezed about 30 times. I turn the camera off when I sneeze. And I think I'm gonna go back and take another shower. Because what's cool about being in a hotel, you can stay in a shower as long as you want to. I mean, you can stay there half the day and the water never gets cold. It is a very impressive thing. Not only that, you don't have to worry about how much hot water you use and how much it's going to cost. So I'm going to go back and take a second shower of today, even though it's not even daylight yet. Let's take the left. Oh, can't turn left right there. That's a one way. We almost erred in our way. And we're staying right on Broadway. We'll turn left right here. This is a neat town. Back on Broadway. Everybody's restocking and getting ready for the day. The weather's supposed to be better today. It's not going to be a whole lot warmer. But it's not supposed to rain like it did yesterday. I was going to do a video yesterday cruising around, but I did not. It's gonna be a walking around video. I was texting Zach off and on yesterday. We talk a good bit through the electronic method, through the air. He likes the old mountain bluegrass music. I found a band a long time ago. My goodness, probably 10 years ago. Metallica. They did Metallica songs. It's called Fade to Bluegrass. I don't remember the name of the band, but it was awesome. I play a little guitar, and I try to learn some of those. But if I only have like a big guitar sitting around, I don't use it. I guess, let me see, back up here. Yeah, there's the crane. This is it. I'm gonna sneeze again, so I'm done. Hey, that thing said 29 degrees up there on the left. What does that put the wind chill at? Because the wind's whipping pretty good. Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm seeing our hotel. Yeah, I want to go back to the hotel. It's cold. Thanks for watching my videos. Again, my son's name is Gabe. He said, Daddy, I asked him before, did you see this video and what'd you think? Because I want him to see some of the cool things I see, but they're not the same sometimes when you're a kid. You know, my stuff's kind of goofy. You know, because I'm not doing backflips off the side of buildings and all that kind of stuff. I'm simply showing you what I do, and a lot of you seem to like it. That means a lot. So my point is, I was sitting in a college class one day. It was an environmental class. Now, I'm just kidding. My point is, he won't watch this video, especially when I start talking, and he says, Daddy, you just rode around and talked. So he won't know that I spilled the spaghetti and and told y'all he's graduating. But the Rune's doing good. He still remembers the day we sat down to the video with all the cards y'all sent him. It was awesome. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Thanks so much for my videos.